Thank you so much for taking the time to come here today. I have a couple of questions for you. The first one would be, what advice would you give to your younger self?
Everything's gonna be okay. Just keep working. And at the time for me, it was very important to go to school. I went to engineering school and that really helped me. And I was a bit reluctant at the beginning, but going through school and then figuring out my life and understanding that I just need to follow my path and just work really hard. Working really hard actually paid off. I was really bad at doing that in high school. Really helped, and just keep going, keep working. And that's exactly the same mindset that you apply when you build your own company. So that's what I would tell myself, I guess.
What's a memorable anecdote from your student life?
So I was born and raised in Paris. Then I did my bachelor in Israel. And then in the US, I like to tell myself I went the hard path. Bachelors in the US are usually very chill, and then masters are very hard. And in Israel, it's the opposite. Bachelors are very hard, and then masters are very chill. So I have really good memories from all those places. So I actually started uni at 16. So it's a fun memory. It's a sad memory, but fun today.
Okay.
It was the first time I was ever away from my parents. They were in France. I was in Israel in the middle of nowhere. And it was the first Saturday, like Shabbat. I don't know if you know what that is, and I was with my friends, but I was with my parents. And I started uni at 16, and I remember crying. And that was a very memorable moment in my life, because I was like, okay, now shit, I actually need to figure this on my own. And that was a sad, but at the same time now very fun memory for me.
If you weren't a tech founder, what would you be?
If I need to work for money, then I would do something different than if I...
Okay, let's go for the one for the money quickly and the one without money.
If I needed to earn money, I would probably be in finance or something. It's just I think it's my finance friends don't listen, but the easy path. You work hard, but it's quite straightforward.
And let's remove the whole money.
Remove money. I played piano for 15 years.
Wow.
I would play piano for a living if I could, but I'm not that good at it, and it doesn't earn anything, so no piano for me.
What's your secret sauce? What's your productivity hack?
I mean, I have a couple, depending on, there's pure hacks, which is if you use Slack, for example. I love to use Command K. I don't know if you know that, but it's an ability to go through everything really, really fast. So I clean up my Slack really fast, so that's useful. When you're building a company, it's a big part of your work. Work-life balance and all of that is nice, but I think if you want to build something significant, you need to work really, really hard, and it's important for you not to be fooled by whoever's telling you that this is how you should live your life, because I think at your early stage, even now, if you're not on top of everything, you're gonna have a hard time building something. You're gonna get out-executed by someone else. So I don't think it's a hack, but I do think when you're very early stage, still today, right, we're 2,000 plus people, being very responsive, being on top of everything is a key characteristic in terms of are you gonna be on top of everything that's happening within your company, within your investors? So it's not a hack, it's just, I think it's a lifestyle if you wanna build something that's important.
I think that 2020 was a big also year for you and for Deel. What do you think 2020 will be remembered for?
2022 was bigger, but 2020 was interesting because when we started Deel, and I guess for the video, what we do is we help companies go global, right? We help them hire globally, setting up entities, all of the hard things to develop your companies overseas, we do that for you. We always believed in the concept that, well, you're from Morocco, right? I'm from Paris, my parents are from lots of different places, my co-founder is from China. I always believe that there's amazing people all around the world, and it was just a matter of empowering the best businesses, the best companies to hire them, for them to get their opportunities, right? So that's something that, when we met you guys, we already had a very hard belief in, because that's who we are, right? So I think what happened in 2020 is just the world kind of realized, well, maybe, if I don't need to be sitting with everyone, maybe I don't need everybody to be in the same 30 miles radius, maybe I can start thinking. And that's when a lot of people start opening up to the idea that, the person that's based in Nigeria or in France or in London might be just as smart as the person that's down my street in San Francisco. So for me, that was the most important part of this year. Of course, pandemic and all that, but from a business standpoint and from a personal standpoint, that's when people said, hey, you know what? Those guys are not that stupid.
I think in 2020, a lot of people realized that those talents were globally, and thank you for helping them, enabling them to work for this company.
Only getting started.
Yeah, of course, of course. And last question will be, what's your favorite book?
I really love Bob Iger. I don't know if you know much about him, but I think he turned around a company I loved, and really, first of all, he was really known for taking Disney internationally, right? Taking them into Shanghai and China was one of the big aspect of his tenure, one of the highlights of his tenure, although he's back now, so maybe he's going to do more things. But I really, generally think he's a great CEO, and he's really done it all right. I think he was 40 plus years at the company, from all the way down to all the way up. So I think he's a really great guy, and I've really admired the way he works. And The Ride of a Lifetime, that's the name of the book. That was his latest, I think, kind of work biography in a way. It was super interesting, right? Between the big acquisitions, the Marvel, the Pixar ones, like the way he worked with the board in a very complex public company, not being the founder of the company was quite interesting.
Thank you so much, Alex, for taking the time.
Thank you for having me.